Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive. Now, today we're diving into something a little different.
Hmm.
We're going to be analyzing a casual conversation
Okay.
between two friends at a cafe.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, just a normal hangout between two buddies named Alex and Sam.
All right.
And you might be thinking, like, what's so deep about that?
Yeah.
But trust me, even the most ordinary chit-chat
Right.
can reveal fascinating insights into how we humans connect with each other.
I like it.
We've got the entire transcript of their conversation right here.
Mm-hmm.
And by looking closely at their language, the topics they choose,
Yeah.
even like the pauses and stuff.
Yeah, silences.
Yeah, we can uncover a lot about
Mm-hmm.
how these two guys build and maintain their friendship.
It's like we're anthropologists
Oh.
observing a brand new culture,
Oh, wait.
but instead of
Yeah.
a remote tribe,
Right.
it's like we're studying the everyday rituals of
Yeah.
modern day friendship.
Exactly. So
How cool is that?
the script actually mentions that they're at a cozy cafe.
Hmm.
Do you think that even matters?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Think about it, like cozy cafes.
Yeah.
They encourage a sense of intimacy and relaxation.
Mm-hmm.
There's even research out there showing that people are more likely to open up
Right.
and share personal things in environments that feel comfortable and safe.
So right away,
Yep.
the setting is already
Yeah.
priming Alex and Sam for a deeper connection.
Right off the bat.
Makes sense. Okay, so how do they actually kick off this conversation?
Well, just like most friendly interactions,
Uh-huh.
they start with those classic icebreakers.
Oh yeah,
Long time no see.
right.
How you been?
It's like clockwork.
Yeah. And these simple phrases,
Yeah.
they're actually really crucial for establishing rapport.
Okay.
That sense of mutual trust and understanding.
Like they're signaling to each other.
Exactly.
Hey, we're on the same page. Let's connect. It's funny how we all do this kind of stuff without even thinking.
It's true.
It's like we're all following this
Yeah.
unwritten social script.
Right.
It is fascinating.
Totally. But let's move on to what happens next.
Okay.
Both Alex and Sam mention being busy with work, which is pretty standard small talk these days.
For sure.
But then they quickly shift gears,
Mhm.
and this is where things get interesting. They
Yeah.
start talking about their current projects
Right.
with genuine enthusiasm.
Yeah. Alex mentions a new marketing campaign he's working on,
Mm-hmm.
and Sam is super excited about some designs.
Uh-huh.
And I think this is key.
I agree.
It's like they're moving beyond the superficial stuff
Right.
and revealing things that they're actually passionate about.
Yeah, by sharing what excites them about their work,
Yeah.
they're giving each other a glimpse
Mm-hmm.
into their identities
Uh-huh.
and inviting further exploration.
It's like they're saying, hey, this is something I really care about.
Right.
Do you care about it too?
Exactly.
That's how you start building that common ground.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, notice how the conversation then smoothly flows into hobbies.
Yeah.
Alex mentions playing guitar,
Uh-huh.
and Sam expresses a wish that they could play an instrument.
Right.
And here's where I see that power of suggestion
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier.
Absolutely.
Alex starts encouraging Sam
Mm.
to give guitar a try.
It's a classic example of
Yeah.
the subtle influence that
Yeah.
happens all the time in friendships.
It's like we're constantly shaping each other's interests
Right.
and behaviors without even realizing it.
Yeah. And it can be a really powerful thing,
It can be.
especially when it comes from someone we trust and admire.
That's so true.
Like, I remember when
Mm-hmm.
a friend of mine convinced me to try rock climbing.
Oh, wow.
Never thought I'd be into something like that.
Right.
But their passion was just so contagious.
Right.
And that's a perfect example of how social proof works.
Uh-huh.
We're way more likely to try something new if we see someone we like doing it and enjoying it.
Makes sense.
So Alex's enthusiasm for guitar
Yeah.
could be the little nudge
Right.
that Sam needs to step outside their comfort zone
That's a good point.
and try something new.
Yeah. And it all happened organically,
Exactly.
just through a casual conversation between friends.
That's the beauty of it.
Pretty cool, huh?
It is.
It's amazing how our friends can open us up
Mm-hmm.
to these new experiences and possibilities.
Yeah, they can really expand our horizons.
Sometimes without us even realizing it.
It's true.
So they've covered work hobbies.
Yeah.
What else do Alex and Sam chat about?
Well, the conversation then naturally shifts to travel,
Oh, interesting.
which I think is significant because
Okay.
it reveals a desire to
Mhm.
share experiences
Mhm.
that go beyond their everyday routines.
Right, like they're looking to create new
And-
memories together
Yeah,
outside of just work and hobbies.
exactly.
And Alec specifically suggests a beach vacation.
Oh.
Which, let's be honest,
Right.
who doesn't love a good beach trip?
It's a universal desire
It is.
to relax and escape.
Absolutely.
And it's also a really clever way to gauge Sam's interest in a joint activity without being too direct.
Right.
Like, it's not pushy.
Yeah.
It's just throwing it out there as a possibility.
Plus, notice the language they use.
Oh, okay.
It's all very optimistic and future-focused. We should plan a trip.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Right.
It's like they're already picturing themselves.
Exactly.
Sipping cocktails on the beach.
The language we use shapes not only our own perceptions, but also the way others respond.
Interesting.
So by using positive, affirmative language, they're reinforcing their bond
Right.
and strengthening their commitment to spending time together.
It's like they're already halfway on that plane.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing how much we can learn from just observing the way people talk. We've unpacked their greetings, their work-life balance chatter, their shared hobbies, their travel dreams. But what about, like, saying goodbye?
Oh, yeah.
It seems like even that's significant.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The way we say goodbye is more important than we often realize. Alex and Sam's closing remarks.
Yeah.
Catch up more often, text you later.
Yeah.
They're not just empty pleasantries.
Okay.
They reinforce their connection.
Right.
And imply a desire for future interactions.
Like a promise to stay in touch.
Exactly.
To continue nurturing this bond they've built
Right.
during their little coffee date.
And these ritualistic farewells, even in their brevity, they play a vital role in maintaining relationships.
They signal that the connection doesn't end with the conversation.
Exactly.
It leaves the door open.
It does.
For future possibilities.
Sure.
So we've gone through this entire conversation.
Yeah.
Piece by piece.
Yep.
What are like the biggest takeaways?
Well, for one, this seemingly mundane conversation highlights the intricate dance of human connection. Even in casual settings like this, we're constantly sending and receiving signals, negotiating our social roles.
Interesting.
And seeking common ground.
It's like we're all part of this elaborate social choreography.
I love that analogy.
I know, right?
It's so true.
But here's the beautiful part.
Okay.
We're also improvising.
Yes.
Adding our own unique flair to each interaction.
Exactly.
No two conversations are exactly alike.
That's what makes it so fascinating.
Right. Which is why studying them is so endlessly interesting.
I totally agree.
It makes you wonder how different this conversation would have been if it wasn't between friends. What if Alex and Sam were family members?
Okay.
Or colleagues? Or even complete strangers?
That's a great question.
Yeah, the dynamics would completely shift. Like, imagine this same conversation happening between siblings.
Yeah.
There would probably be way more teasing.
Definitely.
Inside jokes. A whole other layer of shared history. Informing their interactions.
Like, they might reminisce about childhood vacations.
Oh, yeah.
Or poke fun at their parents' quirks.
Things that only they would understand.
It's a whole different level of intimacy.
And what if they were colleagues? The tone would probably be a lot more professional.
More formal, for sure.
Their conversation might revolve around work projects.
Yeah.
Or industry news.
Right.
Maybe a little gossip here and there.
Of course.
But definitely with more formality.
Definitely.
What about strangers meeting for the first time?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I imagine those icebreakers
Yeah.
would be even more crucial in that scenario.
Absolutely.
Because like they'd be more cautious,
Right.
trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
Find some common ground.
Gauge each other's personalities.
The conversation might feel a bit more guarded.
For sure.
As they navigate those initial stages of getting to know each other.
It's like a whole different dance.
It is.
With different steps.
It really highlights how the context of a conversation shapes everything.
Yeah.
From the topics we choose to the language we use.
And even our nonverbal cues.
This whole deep dive has been so eye-opening.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm going to be paying way more attention to the nuances of my own conversations from now on.
I think that's the beauty of studying these everyday interactions.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate the complexity of human communication.
For sure.
And how much is going on beneath the surface.
So as we wrap up today,
I
want to leave our listeners with a little challenge.
I like it.
Pay attention to the conversations happening around you today. At work, at home, out in the world.
Yeah.
Listen, not just to the words,
but
to the tone, the pauses, the unspoken dynamics at play.
Good stuff.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
You never know what you'll find.
Even the most ordinary conversation can be a window into the human experience.
It's true.
If you know how to look.
Exactly.
That's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into casual conversation.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And keep listening.
I'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.
So they've covered work hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
What else do Alex and Sam talk about?
Well, the conversation naturally shifts to travel.
Oh, interesting.
Which is, kind of interesting because it reveals this desire, I think, to share experiences beyond just their daily routines,
Right. They want to create new memories together.
Exactly.
Outside of work and hobbies.
Yeah, exactly.
Like branching out. And Alex suggests a beach vacation.
Oh, yeah, a classic.
Which, who doesn't love? A good beach trip.
It's pretty universal.
It is.
That desire to just relax and escape.
For sure.
And it's also like a clever way to kind of gauge Sam's interest in doing something together without being too pushy.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there as a possibility.
And the language is interesting.
Okay.
It's all very optimistic, future-focused.
Yeah.
We should plan a trip. It'll be fun.
Right.
Like they're already picturing themselves on that beach.
Totally. The language we use, it's powerful.
Oh, wow.
It shapes not only our own perception,
Interesting.
but also how others respond to us by using that positive language.
Right.
They're like reinforcing their bond and strengthening their commitment to actually spending time together.
It's like they're already halfway on that plane.
Exactly.
Wow. It's amazing how much we can learn.
It's true.
Just from observing a simple conversation.
You can learn a lot.
We've talked about their greetings, their work-life balance, their shared hobbies, their travel dreams. And what about saying goodbye?
Oh, yeah, good point.
It seems like even that is significant.
Absolutely. The way we say goodbye.
Okay.
It's more important than we realize.
Interesting.
Alex and Sam's closing remarks.
Yeah.
Catch up more often. Text you later.
Right.
Those aren't just empty pleasantries.
Right.
They reinforce their connection and imply a desire for future interactions.
Like a promise to stay in touch.
Exactly.
To keep nurturing that bond from their coffee date.
Yeah. And those little rituals, even if they're brief, they're vital for maintaining relationships.
They signal that the connection doesn't end when the conversation ends.
Yeah, it leaves that door open.
It does.
For all those future possibilities.
For sure.
Makes you wonder how different this whole thing would have been.
Yeah.
If it wasn't between friends, right?
What if Alex and Sam were like family or colleagues or even strangers?
Ooh, that's a good question.
The whole dynamic would shift.
It would.
Like imagine this exact same conversation.
Okay.
But between siblings,
right?
I think there'd be a lot more teasing.
For sure.
Like inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole other layer of shared history.
They might reminisce about childhood vacations.
Well, yeah.
Or make fun of their parents.
Total things only they would get.
Exactly. And what if they were colleagues? I bet the tone would be way more professional.
A lot more formal.
Yeah, they might talk about work projects.
Right.
Or industry news. Maybe even some office gossip.
A little bit.
But definitely with more formality.
Definitely.
Okay, now imagine they're total strangers.
Oh, interesting.
Meeting for the very first time.
Yeah.
Those icebreakers would be so crucial.
Absolutely.
I think they'd be more cautious, trying to figure each other out.
Sizing each other up.
Yeah. Find some common ground.
Right, see if they click.
The conversation might feel a little guarded.
I think so.
As they navigate those first steps of getting to know each other.
That's a whole different dance.
It really shows you how the context of the conversation shapes everything.
For sure.
From the topics to the language.
Right.
And even our body language.
Absolutely.
Wow, this deep dive has been amazing.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It really has.
Yeah.
I'm going to be paying way more attention to all those little details in my own conversations.
I think that's the beauty of this stuff.
Yeah.
It makes you appreciate how complex human communication really is.
And how much is going on beneath the surface.
So much.
Well, as we wrap up today,
I
want to leave our listeners with a challenge.
I like it.
Okay. Pay attention to the conversations around you.
Yeah.
At work, at home, out in the world.
Everywhere.
Listen not just to the words.
Okay.
But to the tone, the pauses, the unspoken dynamics.
Right, those little cues.
You might be surprised by what you discover.
Oh, you never know what you'll find.
Even the most ordinary conversation can be a window into humanity.
If you know how to look.
And that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.
Into casual conversation.
Always a fun topic.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And keep listening.
I'll see you next time.
Take care.